Now we have our teeny tiny 1 mLs. Okay, and look how tiny it is compared to this 10 ml, the little plunger. Okay, so these are going to be really itty bitty, just like our insulin syringes. So when we're messing with them, you're going to have to just be a little bit careful just because they are a little more flimsy. And with this type of syringe, you also are going to need to be extra careful because they didn't follow our trailing zero rule. So we have 1.0 mL, okay, or 1 ml. You just want to be careful that you're not translating that to 10 mLs. And our little calibration lines are also going to be really tiny. And we're going to start off like we always do. We're going to look at our top first number we see here, 0.1 mLs. And now we have lots of little lines. Okay, so here's our 0.1. Right here we have our 0.1. And then one tip with this, again, when we're reading a ruler and we see our long lines and we see one in the middle, we know that that's half, right? So what's half of 0.1? 0.05. So we can guess that this is probably 0.05. But let's check and see. Let's count how many lines we have in between our 0 marking and our 0.1 marking. Let me see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 teeny tiny things, lines, till we get 0.1. So I can deduce that each one is worth 0.01 mLs. Not 0.1, because if our first big line is, if this much is already 0.1, each line cannot equal 0.1 mLs. It has to be smaller than that. So let's try out my guess about it equaling 0.1. So here I have 0.01. This would then be 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, and then my halfway mark would be 0.05, which is half of 0.1, which we guessed earlier. So 0.05, 0.06, 0.07, 0.08, 0.09, and then that turns into 0.1 or 0.10, which matches up. Okay, these are, since they're so tiny, they're going to be harder to read. You want to make sure that you're looking really carefully at your lines and lining them up correctly.